anti-Semitism has been around a long time. You know, we could have called it before Germany in the 1800s, we could have called it just anti-Judaism. There was a guy named Wilhelm Marr in the late 1800s in Germany, and he actually, he coined the term anti-Semitism. And he did it saying, you know, it's not just that Jews are bad because they believe the wrong thing, because the church had always said, you know, the Jews are bad because they believe the wrong thing. If they would just convert to Christianity, be baptized as a Christian, then we would accept them. But if not, we'll just persecute them. Marr said, no, you don't understand. It's in the blood. You can't get rid of it. If you're Jewish, you're stuck with it no matter what you believe. There's something defective in your genetic code. And so he coins, and he, by the way, he rejected this on his deathbed. But it was too late. I mean, Hitler built on that. Hitler also built on a lot of theology in the church. But he took it from just being, we don't like you because you're Jewish, believe something different, to we're going to kill you because you're Jewish. But I saw this the other day, Revelation 20, verse 1. Let's read the first 3 verses. This happens as Yeshua comes back. And I saw an angel coming down out of heaven, having the key to the abyss and holding in his hand a great chain. He seized the dragon, that ancient serpent who is the devil or Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years. He threw him in the abyss and locked and sealed it over him to keep him from deceiving the nations anymore until the 1,000 years were ended. After that, he must be free for a short time. So Satan has been deceiving the nations for millennia. Now, how does Satan primarily deceive the nations in this day? With destroying Israel. Satan is obsessed with destroying Israel. But Israel actually has the ability, in terms of militarily, to commit genocide if that was the goal. Both in Lebanon, in Gaza, and technically in Iran. Hamas, on the other hand, wants to commit genocide. That is their dream. Their dream, but they don't have the means. And to gather them for battle, in number, they are like the sand of the seashore. They marched across the breadth of the earth and surrounded the camp of God's people, the city he loves. The city that he loves, but fire came down from heaven and devoured them. So Satan is going to get out of jail, and the first thing he's going to do is try and deceive the nations to come and to attack Yeshua, to attack Jerusalem, which means anti-Semitism still will not be completely defeated until this. We call that genocide. They didn't use that word back there. Genocide is a word that was created after the Holocaust because there was no word in the languages of the world to describe what Hitler did. You couldn't call it mass murder. That happens, sadly, every day all over the world. It happens, you know, somebody gets a gun and goes and shoots 20 people. We're talking 6 million. It's the desire to completely destroy an ethnicity. It basically, if you were Jewish and alive, you probably lived in the Persian Empire. And what was going to happen on this one single day is they were going to kill every single Jew. Now we know what happened, Esther. He's coming back because the nations are killing Jewish people in the city. And they cry out to God, and he comes back. And then Matthew 25, the prophecy, not the parable, but the prophecy about the sheep and the goats. That is over how the nations treated the brothers and sisters of Yeshua. Now, what has just happened? The Jewish people have been attacked. People have died. It has been I'm sorry, but the passage says babies dashed, women raped. It's going to be and you know what? I used to hope and pray, God, oh Lord, that's got to be metaphorical. And then October 7th happened. I mean, that's what they did. They just didn't do it. You know, it was a minor fulfillment of that prophecy. I don't know exactly. I don't want to claim that I fully understand what Jerusalem is going to look like at the end of the. Is it going to be a Jewish city, ethnically Jewish city? When John is in heaven and he's seeing dead people, and he says, I saw every tongue, every nation. Every nation has a prophetic destiny and a prophetic calling. Israel was called to bring forth the Messiah. And I thank God that despite all of our disobedience, we were able to fulfill that mission. and his message has now gone to the nations. This is the longest hatred, the hatred of the Jewish people. This is the longest, I know what xenophobic is. How do you say it as a xenophobia? It's the longest racism. It's the longest hatred. We need you, friends all over the world. Be like Esther. Lift up your voice for Mordecai and the Jewish people. God will see that and honor that.